If someone asked me what my experience during Sustainable Campus Challenge looked like, I want to say I'm really confident to give you an answer, definitive answer, because I recently got asked to write a testimonial about my experience during Sustainable Campus Challenge recently, so my mind is really fresh right now. For your information, Sustainable Campus Challenge is a program where students investigate environmental factors and impacts on our campus in three sections: research, survey, and lastly, campus audit. Specifically for us, during our experience, I gathered 20 students from student members from Corona del Mar High School, and we investigated what environmental factors or impacts we have on our campus. As I said, research first, and then survey, and lastly, campus audit. I'm going to talk about research first. We definitely collected a data to educate ourselves first, and then spread our knowledge with other people, right? So what's the point of spreading knowledge if you don't have knowledge? So first of all, we focused on research. First, we focused on some state law, for example, SB 100, which is related to sustainability goals in the state of California. And second, we got ourselves familiar with some terminologies, for example, energy vampire or food swamp and stuff like that. And then we moved on from research to survey. We were able to interview friends, families, teachers, faculty members, and even strangers. So we were really happy to hear about other people's perspectives on renewable energy, mental resources, and stuff like that. Third, this is where the most fun comes in. Campus audits. I forgot to tell you this, but we focused on three sections: waste, student health, and energy. But I have a lot of things to talk about from health, sorry, waste module. First, we found out that there were many foods thrown away into non-recycling bins, right? There was no food recovery system or round table system. There was so much food waste. In terms of water waste, we found that in our school we have press down, it's called press down faucet system. You guys know what I'm talking about? In order for you to get a water, you have to press it down. So if you press it down, it comes out. Has anyone experienced here that you had to like press it multiple times because the amount of the water comes down is too short? So have you guys experienced like one press? Because everybody takes longer than 3 seconds to wash your hands, right? But we had the opposite problem in our school. Once we pressed the faucet, it lasted or it went on for about 1.5 minutes, which is crazy. So we reported this problem to the administration, vice principal, and our campus, and he's going to bring it up to Newport Mesa. We suspect that there were some problems in springs and metering gauge, but we'll see how that goes. In in terms of leadership experience, I learned so much. I learned that being a great leader is not just about doing a lot of work by yourself. It's all about working with other people because you learn as a leader the most by talking to other people. I learned about teamwork, communication, and also I thought it was really important to utilize your resources, like people around you, because they're in your team to help you out. If you don't assign any tasks to them, they're gonna feel meaningless to be in your team. So I really think that it should be not just about you. You should think it as if you have a bunch of leaders, but you're the one who have to assign the tasks. to each individual. So they feel functional or fulfilled in some sense. So I learned so much thing about leadership because I had to organize things. I had to consider presentations on. I had to consider presenting my slides in front of people who had different busy lives. So organizing all of those and navigating those differences was a it actually essentially grew me as a better leader.